so this Lukumi and Isese thing, because I come through Isese.
Mm-hmm.
Even though if you see the orula that I wear on my neck, it's a Lukumi style. That's because of my great grandmother. She was a priestess in Lukumi.
Nice.
This is a way that I honor her, but it's also, in Oshun State. Sometimes you can also see in Oshogbo like Oshun centric things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you might see different styled beats. Not
Oh
that
yeah.
they're just walking around with this, but you can see different styled beats there that have
Oh yeah.
Oshun incorporated in there. So, within that, you see a lot of a division that goes on between Lukumi and Isheshe,
Yeah.
right? Me personally, having been able to see both sides close up, I've come to realize that both can really learn a lot from each other.
Yeah.
Um, because, like you said, there are a lot of secrets that are hidden in Nigeria, especially when we get into concepts and spirits like Egbe,
Yeah.
Egungun,
Oh yeah.
things like that. There's a lot of things. When you look on the Lukumi side, uh, because the Odus came to the new world, new experiences started to happen here, right? And so you could find out a thing in your Odu and Lukumi that you might have not have found out per se in Isheshe
Oh yeah.
because of the fact that you live in a new world. And because of that, over the hundreds of years that it's been here, the elders were watching their godchildren and saying, oh, wow, this person that was born, you know, uh, Ejiobe is going through this thing. And my other godchild is also Ejiobe, and they're going through these things. That must be something that's a part of that. So they
Right.
kind of were able to expound on Odu within the new world. So there's a lot of things like that are occurring on both sides
Yeah.
that people can really benefit from. So kind of what is your stance on, the Lukumi versus Isheshe thing, and kind of how do you stand with all of that?
Well, I think that we're the same people just with different colored beads on. I really do. I think that's what it comes down to, and I think we're allowing too much propaganda, agenda, and innuendo to
Hmm.
cause a separation. I don't
Yeah.
think that we're really opposed. I think when we need to be careful with are the agitators or the people that are trying to oppose us. You have people that, and it's irregardless of
Right.
time. It doesn't matter when someone got into Ifa, but I'm noticing that a lot of people that have seen the commercial aspect of Ifa or the political influence they can get from Ifa are starting to penetrate very rapidly and use it as a tool to be able to push an agenda that's completely unrelated to Ifa. Ifa in the Odio Vocetura identified that it has very little to do with politics other than settling matters, but it's not meant to influence anybody. And then when you see themes like color and race and all of these things being utilized to separate us, it's pretty sad, especially me being somebody that always saw, everybody involved because, where I'm from, there was really no gatekeeping. It didn't matter what color you were, it didn't matter where you came from. You were allowed in as long as you had that obligation and loyalty and, discipline with your godparents. You would get hopped in. But I think, between money, between political agenda and climate, between a real lack of preparation, I think that's what's separating us. But I tell you, there are so many things we can grow upon together, but I think it takes a level of recognition and respect. The same way, the Lukumi literature is to be respected because it is highly effective and the one I base myself upon. I think it's also important that we respect concepts and cultural interpretations that were around far before us. It's like a big thing that's dividing our faith right now is the Yang Ifa concept. I meet a Yang Ifa all the time. I salute them. I boru aboye. Like, there's no frustration whatsoever. Now, who am I to tell a clan that's been doing that for 500 years, 700 years, that they're wrong? I would be incapable of doing that because I was taught manners, right? We just, interact on a space where we're both comfortable. and there's
Mm.
no reason we can't move forward like that, you know.
Right.
And if there is something that you're so amoral towards, or completely resistant towards, distance is better than disrespect. That's what Orumila
Mm.
said. So, if it has nothing to do with you, keep it moving, but I think it's important that we do have, like these kind of
Right.
encounters, where we're able to recognize each other's great traits and allow the client to come to the conclusion who they want to be with at any given moment. Because they might receive hand of
Mm.
Ifa Lukumi, they might do Orisha Isheshe, they might do Ifa Lukumi. Like, it
Mm.
really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, a process is
Mm.
a process.
Many.
So that's really my stance. We need to get it together. And we need to have respectful
Mm.
discourse, and we need to be open minded to a certain degree, and really remove the ego and the
Mm.
motivation towards influence and fame and money. I think that's what's killing us.
Yeah, candomblé. When I look at Brazil, it gives me hope looking at Brazil. Um, Brazil has really found a way to connect to their Isheshe brothers and sisters in a very mutual and respectful way. That's really helping to progress like candomblé. You know, these are these are things that it gives a glimpse of hope for the future. All around when you're looking at Orisha devotees around the world. Where people can find the differences and the commonalities and find ways to kind of bring it together. So Baba Joseph Ifa, in closing out, there's a lot of people listening that are new on their journeys to Ifa through Ifa. What advice would you give to those people who are seeking to come into this tradition?
Definitely. I would say to anybody that's watching this, first and foremost, congratulations on finding a channel such as Brujo's, somebody who's serious, somebody who's dedicated, and moving forward. First and foremost, I would say that you really have to identify why you want to get into these things, and every reason is legitimate as long as it's authentic, right? What could some of those things be? I want to better my health. I want to get in contact with my roots. Um, I want knowledge. Whatever it is, as long as it's ethical, you're welcome. And then the next step is really getting close to people with all the options that are out there nowadays. They're going to be able to help you accomplish your goals and then groom you towards your next ones. Because that's a big thing now where you're going to see a lot of people are quick to initiate, but they're not really quick to teach or mold. And
Mm-hmm.
because of it, we're having a huge demographic of people who become frustrated and ultimately leave because they're very interested and enthused to be a part of this. But it's like, if you want to be a doctor, if no one teaches me how to be a doctor, especially if I'm willing to pay for school, I'm going to go be an engineer. And we really can't lose anybody anymore because we're falling behind because of these kind of situations and behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is make sure you are sure, because Orumila and Ifa and Orisha really doesn't have time for half steppers. And what I mean by that is you need to be sure of what you're doing. You have to be confident in what you're doing. And even though you don't know everything, just know that you want to know more. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that'll avoid a bunch of situations. But we need serious people, we need logical people, we need loving people, and we need dedicated people that are going to help grow this. It's not that we're in
That's true.
competition with any other spirituality, but we do need to reclaim
Mm.
the magnitude that Ifa once had and can have moving forward. But for that, we need longevity and consistency, and I think we'll get there. So that's the best advice I can give to all the people coming in. And congratulations, this is a spirituality that works. It's accepting. There's a place for everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't dedicate our lives to it if we didn't see those results and all those miracles. There's really incredible stuff that happens here.
Yeah. So Baba Joseph Ifa, I'm grateful that you were able to bless my channel.
Oh man,
Baba Joseph Ifa is a treasure within the culture in any aspect of it, in any aspect of Orisha. This man is a treasure. So y'all be sure to always tune into the things he says and pay attention to, the things he has going on. Because that's a real one right here. So, with that said, family, y'all have a blessed journey through the culture. I'm here. We have people around us to help, further things in your journey, and take advantage of the pure ones that you find and the ones that are true to the culture, because you don't always run into those people, especially today. There's a lot of things that go on today. So when you find them, you hold on to those people and you soak up as much wisdom that you can get from it. And so, with that said, I catch you on the next one. Or Dabo.
Boriboya. Take care, guys.